What if I told you the greatest boxer who ever lived never got to prove he was the greatest fighter who ever lived? What if Muhammad Ali, in his absolute prime, faster than lightning, tougher than steel, and more confident than any human being should be, stepped into a ring in 2025 to face Conor McGregor? This isn't just a fantasy fight. This is the ultimate test of boxing brilliance versus mixed martial arts evolution. We're talking about the greatest who dominated heavyweight boxing for decades against the most explosive striker in modern MMA history. Muhammad Ali, 56 wins, 5 losses, Olympic gold medalist, 3-time heavyweight champion. Conor McGregor, first simultaneous 2-division UFC champion, $100+ million career earnings. But the real question is, would the man who floated like a butterfly and stung like a bee be able to handle kicks, takedowns, and ground fighting? If you're ready to dive into the most controversial combat sports debate of all time and discover who would really win between pure boxing genius and modern MMA evolution, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because this analysis will settle the boxing versus MMA argument once and for all.
Before we throw Ali into an MMA fight, we need to understand what made prime Muhammad Ali a supernatural force that transcended boxing itself. Prime Ali stats, 1964 to 1967. Height, 6'3", perfect for heavyweight boxing. Reach, 78 inches, exceptional range control. Weight, 210 to 215 pounds. Light heavyweight speed with heavyweight power. Hand speed, scientifically measured as faster than Sugar Ray Robinson. Footwork, revolutionary mobility that changed boxing forever. The physical phenomena, speed that defied physics. Ali's hand speed was so extraordinary that slow-motion cameras of the 1960s could barely capture his combinations. Sports scientists who analyzed his footage found jab speed, 0.3 seconds from chamber to target. Combination speed, 5 to 6 punch combinations in under 2 seconds. Footwork velocity, could circle opponents while throwing punches. Reflexes, dodge punches by millimeters with supernatural timing. The psychological warfare master. Ali wasn't just physically gifted, he was a mental warfare genius. Trash talk innovation, invented modern psychological combat. Confidence weaponization, made opponents doubt themselves before fighting. Crowd manipulation, turned every fight into his personal show. Prediction accuracy, called the round he'd win in multiple fights. Intimidation through charisma. Opponents were starstruck before being destroyed. Prime Ali's boxing mastery. Technical brilliance. Defensive genius. Rope it dope strategy that exhausted stronger opponents. Counterpunching. Perfect timing to exploit opponents' mistakes. Ring IQ. Adapted strategy mid-fight based on opponent weaknesses. Stamina, could maintain peak performance for 15 rounds. Power with precision, knockouts through accumulated punishment rather than one-punch power. The float like a butterfly reality. Ali's famous phrase wasn't just poetry, it was literal description. Foot movement, constantly moving, never standing still. Head movement, slipping punches by inches while maintaining offense. Distance control, fighting at exact range for maximum effectiveness. Rhythm disruption, changed pace and timing to confuse opponents. Energy efficiency, maximum damage with minimum effort. This was a 210-pound man moving like a middleweight while hitting like a heavyweight. Physics shouldn't have allowed what Ali did in his prime.
Now let's analyze what Conor McGregor brings to this hypothetical superfight. The evolution of combat sports that Ali never had to face. McGregor's physical specs. Height 5'9", 6-inch disadvantage to Ali. Reach 74 inches,
4-inch reach disadvantage. Weight 155 to 170 pounds, fighting weight 40+ pound disadvantage. Stance southpaw, awkward angle for orthodox fighters like Ali. Fighting style counter striker with explosive finishing ability. The MMA advantages multi-dimensional threat. Unlike Ali, McGregor doesn't just punch, he has weapons Ali never trained to defend. Leg kicks can damage opponents' mobility and balance. Takedown threat, wrestling that could ground a pure boxer. Elbows and knees, close-range weapons in clinch situations. Ground game, Brazilian jiu-jitsu that Ali never encountered. Cage control, using octagon walls as additional weapons. McGregor's striking genius, precision over volume. McGregor's approach is opposite to Ali's. Counter-striking waits for openings, then explodes with power. Left-hand power, devastating knockout ability with lead hand. Distance management, controls range with kicks and movement. Timing mastery, catches opponents between movements. Pressure point targeting, specific techniques to disable opponents quickly. Modern advantages McGregor possesses: training evolution, sports science, nutrition, recovery, and conditioning unknown in Ali's era. Video analysis, detailed study of opponent patterns and weaknesses. Cross-training, multiple martial arts creating unpredictable combinations. Injury prevention, modern medicine keeping fighters healthier longer. Mental coaching, sports psychology advancing the mental game. The southpaw problem. This cannot be overstated. McGregor's left-handed stance creates angles Ali rarely faced. Lead hand power. McGregor's money punch comes from an unexpected angle. Footwork confusion. Orthodox fighters often struggle with southpaw movement. Range deception. Southpaw reach feels different than orthodox opponents. Combination angles. Punches come from directions Ali didn't typically defend. McGregor's psychological warfare. Modern mind games. While Ali invented trash talk, McGregor perfected it for the social media age. Personal attacks, gets under opponent's skin with family or personal references. Lifestyle flexing, uses wealth and success to intimidate. Prediction confidence, like Ali, calls his shots with supernatural confidence. Media manipulation, controls narrative through strategic interviews. Fashion psychology, uses clothing and presentation as intimidation tools. But here's the crucial question. Will McGregor's modern mind games work on the man who literally invented psychological warfare in combat sports?
Here's where this fight gets really interesting. The rules determine everything. Let's break down how Ali versus McGregor would play out under different rule sets. Scenario 1. Pure boxing rules. Ali's overwhelming advantages. Under straight boxing rules, this isn't even close. Experience edge. Ali fought 61 professional boxing matches versus McGregor's 0. Stamina superiority. 12 rounds versus McGregor's max of 5 rounds in MMA. Defensive mastery. Ali's head movement and footwork perfected for boxing. Size advantage, 6+ inches taller, 40+ pounds heavier, 4-inch reach advantage. Ring generalship, complete control of distance, pace, and positioning. McGregor's boxing limitations. Limited experience, only 1 professional boxing match. Defensive gaps, relies on distance rather than head movement. Stamina questions, never fought 12 rounds at heavyweight pace. Size disadvantage, physical mismatch against prime heavyweight. Rules restrictions, can't use his best weapons, kicks, takedowns. Boxing rules prediction, Ali wins by unanimous decision or late stoppage. Scenario 2, pure MMA rules. McGregor's MMA advantages. In the octagon, everything changes. Multi-dimensional attack, kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns. Ground game, Ali has 0 grappling experience. Leg kicks could severely damage Ali's legendary footwork. Clinch work, dirty boxing, and knee strikes in close quarters. Modern training, MMA-specific conditioning and techniques. Ali's MMA vulnerabilities. Takedown defense, no wrestling background against MMA fighter. Ground fighting, Brazilian jiu-jitsu would be completely foreign.
Leg kick defense, never trained to check or avoid leg kicks. Cage awareness, no experience with octagon walls and angles. Rule adaptation, lifetime of boxing habits could be exploited. MMA rules prediction, McGregor wins by TKO via leg kicks or submission. Scenario 3, hybrid rules. The Ali-McGregor special rules. Standing striking only, no ground fighting. Boxing gloves, not MMA gloves. Kicks allowed to body and legs, not head. No takedowns, but clinch work permitted. 8 rounds of 3 minutes, a compromise between boxing and MMA. Under hybrid rules, Ali's adapted advantages. Hand speed, still superior punching speed and combinations. Boxing experience, fundamental striking skills remain dominant. Size and reach, physical advantages still matter. Conditioning, adapted to longer fight duration. Ring IQ, superior fight intelligence and adaptation. McGregor's adapted advantages. Leg kicks, major weapon to slow Ali's movement. Modern power, explosive finishing ability. Southpaw angles still creates problems for Ali. Clinch work, knees and dirty boxing techniques. Counter striking, perfect timing for Ali's aggressive style. Hybrid rules prediction, Ali wins by decision in an absolute war.
Let's get scientific about this. When we compare prime Muhammad Ali to peak Conor McGregor, we're looking at 2 completely different types of athletic specimens. Physical dimensions analysis. Size advantage, massive Ali edge. Height, Ali 6'3" versus McGregor 5'9", equals a 6-inch advantage. Weight, Ali 215 pounds versus McGregor 170 pounds, equals a 45-pound advantage. Reach, Ali 78 inches versus McGregor 74 inches, equals a 4-inch advantage. Frame, Ali's heavyweight build versus McGregor's welterweight frame. Speed comparison, Ali's supernatural advantage. Hand speed analysis. Scientific studies of both fighters show Ali's jab equals 0.3 seconds chamber to target. McGregor's left equals 0.4 seconds chamber to target. Combination speed. Ali throws 6 punches in time McGregor throws 4. Defensive speed. Ali's head movement was measurably faster. Footwork, Ali covered more distance while maintaining offensive output. Power comparison, different types of devastating. Ali's power profile, accumulative damage, wore opponents down with volume and precision. Surgical precision, targeted specific areas to maximize damage. Stamina-based power, maintained power output throughout entire fights. Psychological power, made opponents quit mentally before physically. McGregor's power profile, explosive finishing, one-shot knockout ability. Counterpunching power, maximum damage when opponents commit. Left hand specialization, devastating power from the lead hand. Timing-based power, perfect technique multiplying natural strength. Conditioning and stamina, Ali's massive advantage. Cardio comparison, Ali's peak conditioning, could fight at championship pace for 15 rounds. McGregor's conditioning, peak performance for 2 to 3 rounds, then decline. Recovery time, Ali bounced back between rounds better. Long fight performance, Ali got better as fights went longer. Training volume, Ali's camp training was notoriously more intense. Athletic intelligence, both geniuses in different ways. Ali's fight IQ, pattern recognition, figured out opponents mid-fight. Strategic adaptation, changed tactics round by round. Distance control, perfect spacing throughout entire fights. Energy management, knew exactly when to coast versus when to attack. Opponent psychology,
read mental state and exploited weaknesses. McGregor's fight IQ, precision timing, perfect counter-punching instincts, range management, used kicks and movement to control distance, opponent analysis, study tape meticulously for specific game plans, psychological pressure, built mental advantage before fights began, moment recognition, knew exactly when to explode for finish, injury history and durability. Ali's durability, chin, never knocked out in his prime, recovery, absorbed tremendous punishment and kept fighting, longevity, maintained peak performance for years, injury resistance, rarely injured despite extensive career. McGregor's injury concerns, ankle injuries, multiple injuries affecting mobility, hand problems, repeated hand injuries from power punching, leg injury, gruesome leg break against Dustin Poirier, recovery questions, how well does he recover from damage? The athletic verdict, pound for pound, both are extraordinary athletes, but they're built for completely different types of combat. Ali is the superior pure athlete, bigger, faster, better conditioned. McGregor is the superior technician, more precise, more explosive, more diverse in his attack methods.
Here's where this fight gets absolutely fascinating. Both Ali and McGregor are psychological warfare masters, but their methods are completely different. The mental battle would be as epic as the physical one. Ali's psychological warfare mastery, the original trash talker. Ali literally invented modern combat sports psychology. Poetic predictions, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rhyming insults, made mockery into an art form. Confident predictions, called exact rounds he'd win fights. Media manipulation, turned every interview into entertainment. Opponent demoralization, made fighters believe they'd already lost. Ali's mental weapons, unshakable confidence, genuinely believed he was invincible. Charismatic intimidation, made opponents like him while destroying them. Religious conviction, fought with belief that God was on his side. Social movement, represented something bigger than just boxing. Proven track record, backed up every boast with actual victories. McGregor's modern mind games, social media age psychology. McGregor adapted Ali's methods for the Instagram era. Personal attacks, goes after family, religion, nationality. Lifestyle flexing, uses wealth and success as intimidation tools. Fashion psychology, expensive suits and watches as power displays. Prediction confidence, like Ali, calls his shots with absolute certainty. Viral moments, creates memes and catchphrases that dominate social media. McGregor's mental weapons, ruthless personal attacks. No topic is off limits. Financial intimidation, I'm rich, you're not, as psychological pressure. Cultural warfare, uses nationality and culture as psychological weapons. Perfect timing, knows exactly when to escalate verbal warfare. Backup performance, usually delivers on his promises. The ultimate psychological showdown. Press conference battle simulation. Round 1, opening statements. Ali, I am the greatest fighter who ever lived, and this little Irish boy is about to learn what real boxing looks like. McGregor, you're ancient history, old man. I'm young, I'm rich, and I'm going to expose you as the fraud you always were. Round 2, personal attacks. Ali, you talk about money, but I fought for my principles. You fight for paychecks. McGregor, principles don't pay bills, mate. I made more money in one fight than you made in your whole career. Round 3, fight predictions. Ali, I'm going to dance around you like you're standing still, then put you to sleep in the 5th round. McGregor, you can't dance anymore, Granddad. I'm gonna kick your legs until you fall, then put you out of your misery. Who wins the mental warfare?
Ali's advantages. Originality. He invented the playbook McGregor is using. Moral authority. Fought for bigger causes than money. Proven legacy. Already considered the greatest. Charismatic superiority. More naturally likable while being devastating. Unshakable belief. Genuinely believed he was invincible. McGregor's advantages. Modern ruthlessness. Willing to cross lines Ali wouldn't cross. Financial success. Can point to measurable wealth advantage. Generational relevance. Speaks the language of modern audiences. Personal attack mastery. More willing to get really personal. Technology amplification. Social media multiplies his psychological impact. The mind game verdict. This would be the greatest press conference series in combat sports history. Ali's natural charisma and moral authority versus McGregor's ruthless modern approach. Edged Muhammad Ali because he invented the game and legends say he never lost a press conference in his prime. The actual fight impact. The winner of the psychological battle would have a massive advantage going into the actual fight. Combat sports are 50% physical, 50% mental at the elite level.
After analyzing every possible angle, let's simulate how this legendary super fight would actually play out under our hybrid rules. Standing striking only, kicks allowed, 8 by 3-minute rounds. Tail of the tape final comparison. Muhammad Ali, 6'3", 215 pounds, 78-inch reach, 23 years old, 1965 prime. Conor McGregor, 5'9", 170 pounds, 74-inch reach, 28 years old, 2016 prime. Rules: hybrid striking, boxing gloves, kicks to body and legs, 8 by 3-minute rounds. Round by round simulation. Round 1, the feeling out process. Ali comes out with his signature movement, circling and jabbing. McGregor stays patient, looking for counter opportunities. Ali's jab finds its target repeatedly, but McGregor lands the harder shots when he connects. McGregor throws some leg kicks to test Ali's reaction. Ali doesn't know how to check them properly. Score: 10-9 McGregor. Harder shots and successful leg kicks. Round 2, McGregor's aggression. McGregor increases pressure, looking for his left hand. Ali's footwork keeps him out of danger, but the leg kicks are accumulating damage. Ali starts to figure out the timing and lands several beautiful combinations. McGregor's power is evident, but Ali's volume is impressive. Score: 10-9 Ali. Superior boxing combinations. Round 3, the adjustment round. Ali begins timing McGregor's entries and counterpunching beautifully. His jab is consistently finding home, and his movement is making McGregor miss. However, McGregor lands a hard left hand late in the round that staggers Ali briefly. The crowd goes wild. Score: 10-9 Ali. Controlled most of round despite the knockdown moment. Round 4, McGregor's best round. The leg kicks are seriously affecting Ali's movement now. McGregor senses this and increases his attack rate. He lands several hard shots and a perfectly timed left hand that drops Ali for the first knockdown of his career. Ali gets up at 8, but he's clearly hurt. Score: 10-8 McGregor. Knockdown round. Round 5, Ali's championship heart. This is where Ali's legendary heart shows. Despite the knockdown, he comes out aggressive, using his jab to keep McGregor at distance. His conditioning advantage starts showing as McGregor's output decreases. Ali wins the round clearly with volume and control. Score: 10-9 Ali. Championship recovery. Round 6, the turning point. Ali has figured out how to avoid the worst leg kicks and is now consistently landing combinations. McGregor's power is still dangerous, but his conditioning is dropping. Ali's experience in longer fights becomes apparent as he takes control. Score: 10-9 Ali. Experience and conditioning showing. Round 7, Ali's dominance. McGregor is clearly fading now. Ali's conditioning allows him to increase his pace while McGregor struggles to keep up. Ali lands several beautiful combinations and controls the distance perfectly. McGregor's still dangerous, but less frequent. Score: 10-9 Ali. Clear control.
Round 8, the finish. Ali, sensing McGregor is exhausted, goes for the finish. His combinations are crisp and frequent. McGregor, running on fumes, tries for one last explosive exchange but can't land clean. Ali's superior conditioning and boxing experience dominate the final round. Score 10-9 Ali. Dominant finish. Final scorecard: Judge 1, 77-74, Ali. Judge 2, 76-75, Ali. Judge 3, 77-74. Winner by majority decision, Muhammad Ali. Why Ali wins the super fight? The deciding factors: superior conditioning. 8 rounds favors the man who fought 15-round fights. Size advantage. 45-pound weight difference too much to overcome. Boxing experience. Lifetime of pure boxing versus mixed martial arts training. Adaptability. Ali's IQ allows him to adjust to leg kicks by round 5. Championship heart. Proven ability to recover from adversity. McGregor's moments. Leg kicks caused real problems early. Knockdown in round 4 was his closest path to victory. Southpaw angles created difficulties for Ali. Power advantage kept him dangerous throughout. The ultimate respect. Both warriors would gain immense respect for each other. Ali would acknowledge McGregor's power and technique. McGregor would bow to Ali's heart and boxing mastery.
After this deep dive into the ultimate super fight, we've discovered that legends become legends for a reason. Muhammad Ali wasn't just the greatest boxer. He might have been the greatest fighter, period. But here's what's beautiful about this comparison. It shows the evolution of combat sports. McGregor represents how far fighting has advanced, while Ali represents the timeless principles that make champions great. The real winner would be combat sports fans who got to witness the ultimate crossover between boxing's greatest legend and MMA's most explosive star. So what do you think? Did I get this right, or would McGregor's modern advantages be too much for even prime Ali? Let me know in the comments below, and be ready to defend your position. If you loved this ultimate super fight breakdown, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. Let me know what legendary super fight you want to see analyzed next. Next week, if Mike Tyson in his prime fought Francis Ngannou, the heavyweight power that would break physics. Remember, legends aren't just born, they're forged through dedication, heart, and the courage to face any challenge. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and never stop believing in greatness.